Hey, welcome to season 4. We're getting started today with 2 tips on getting started throwing the javelin. So let's get started. These 2 tips are really important. First things first, your body's probably not used to throwing, so first thing, we need to start acclimating our body to actually throwing. Second thing, and this also includes this acclimation, which is you need to establish a consistent warm-up. Early in the process, if you're out of shape, a warm-up can actually get your body used to the activity, but also give you an opportunity to increase your athleticism, increase your ability to function as a javelin thrower. All right, first thing we're gonna do for our warm-up is just simply go for a jog. All right, once you are done with that jog, next step, some twisting lunges. Now we're gonna move on to karaoke. Not the singing kind, but the javelin version of karaoke. So we're gonna do a little bit more leg sweep, sweep and lift, just like we would if we were going through an impulse step. All right, so the next phase, we're gonna start working a little bit more of the hips and the core. So we're gonna do some lying down leg sweeps. Next phase, we're gonna start working the core and the upper body. And if you don't have a javelin to use, you could use like a wooden dowel or a broomstick or something like that. But I'm gonna do start off wide hands. I'm gonna pinch my shoulder blades back just a little bit. I can feel stretch across the chest. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of a bounce. I don't wanna hold too much of a static stretch. I just wanna feel like, you know, things are kind of moving around, loosening up a little bit. And then I'm gonna go a little bit to the side, same thing, kind of moving around a little bit as I do this, pinching those shoulder blades. If you are super flexible, you can start bringing the hands in closer, but I am not that person. So I go wide hands. All right, shake those out a little bit. These ones are called figure eights. These are very famous in the javelin world. Some people will call them other things, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the shoulder blades, rotator cuff, core, all these things activated. So start off again, wide hands. I'm gonna go low to the side here. My right arm's gonna go high, but my left arm is gonna go low. And then I'm gonna alternate. Now my left arm's gonna go high, right arm low, and I'm gonna start to cycle again. Now I like to get my whole body turning into this so that my core is also being activated, because if all I did was this, I don't get much movement out of it. So I try and get my whole body moving through this motion. Now I'm gonna go back the other direction. So this time I'm gonna go left arm high, right arm low, and then alternate, go in the other direction. All right, next we're just gonna do some simple twists. So keep my legs static this time and turning back and forth. Okay, also I start turning down just a little bit, so I'm gonna go low. All right, now a little bit more javelin specific. I'm gonna grab the javelin by the handle, swing that tail back, catch it across the chest. I'm gonna extend my arm up the javelin a little bit longer, elbow off to the side, and I'm gonna lift up that tail, and that's gonna bring my right arm back. I should feel this just a little bit in the shoulder, a little bit in the elbow. Not too hard though. Now I'm gonna keep my grip the same way, but I'm gonna swing that nose forward and keep swinging it until the javelin gets stuck behind me. I grab that tail and pull it over my right shoulder. Now, if you're interested in a few more warm-ups, different drills or exercises, you can go to my website, coachhalley.com, and there you will find a brand new class on how to throw the javelin, and it also includes a warm-up routine. All right, so now it's on my right shoulder. I'm going to scoot it over to my left shoulder, and I'm going to bring my right hand up my back here, and then pull the javelin over my left shoulder. This may be a little bit more uncomfortable for folks. Remember, just keep these stretches comfortable, not terribly uncomfortable, just trying to loosen things up a little bit, not overstretch. All right, so I'm going to release that. I'm going to move into a lunge position, left foot forward since I am a right-handed thrower, reaching up nice and high on the javelin. My hip's going to go to the ground, my armpit towards the nose of the javelin. I'm going to sink down into it so I feel a good stretch from my hips all the way through my shoulder. Once I find that stretch, I'm going to start turning to the outside, and I'm going to start engaging other muscle groups until my palm is facing the ground in the back behind me. Again, I'm going to roll it back up nice and slowly to the top, feeling a nice little stretch through each of these little transitions. Again, moving around to the back. I might do this 3 or 4 times. You can pace it however you like. All right, now you could extend this warm-up a little bit farther. Normally, it takes between 30 minutes and 40 minutes to go through this process, but you can always add more, especially if you're in these early stages of throwing. You can always extend that as part of your workout, get better shape, get acclimated to actually doing this stuff. All right, so I've got the javelin out here working on a little bit of volume. So the idea is we want to, of course, increase the volume of throws, but we also want to increase the range of your body. So I'm going to start off really basic. I'm going to try and go for this first cone, but I'm going to start with the javelin up and not terribly big range of motion. Almost got it. So next cone, I'm just going to increase my range of motion just a little bit more. You may want to get like 10 throws at each cone, but for time's sake, I'm just going to move on to the next one. So instead of going short range here, I'm going to draw that javelin back a little bit farther and go for that next cone. Now, as we start getting a little bit farther and farther away, we're going to increase that range of motion a little bit farther back. So first phase is about here, second phase is here. Now I'm going to reach way back, get my body moving, and see if I can get that last cone. Same thing, working my body back, bigger range of motion, and almost got it. Oh, I got it. Okay, second tip, we got to get our bodies acclimated to the actual throwing process, and you can use pretty much whatever you like. You can start off with a towel. You could do some simulated throws, just striking through. Do it in your garage, your living room, in front of a mirror, doesn't really matter. You can also use a baseball. These are easy to come by. You can go out and play catch with your kids or your neighbor, whatever you like. This one a little bit scarier. This is an arrow. I used to throw these in high school, actually, to kind of train myself to throw through the point. A little bit more dangerous, but obviously an option. Football. This one's nice because you can just simply go out to the yard or whatever and throw the football around. This helps with just kind of focusing the direction of the throw. You can also increase that range of motion a little bit. Javelin ball. Javelin ball, this is an 800-gram javelin ball, so this is the same weight as a men's javelin. This one's going to take a bit more stress on the body, but obviously you could throw this into a weighted or a net or into a concrete wall. These ones are easy to find, turbo javelins. Find these on spearworks.com and a lot of other places online. Finflyer, Duncan Atwood imports these from Finland. You can go to finflyer.com and get yourself a Finflyer. Next one, of course, is a javelin. We're out here to throw jabs, so obviously if you want, you can start throwing with a javelin. We're just gonna do light throws. There's definitely a lot of things you can throw, probably not shoes, but big thing is make sure that you're working your range of motion, increasing the volume gradually over time so your body is acclimated and ready to throw the javelin. If you have questions, put them in that comment section below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, tell other friends, and until I see you next time, have fun and throw far. Baseball, these are easy to come by. Just simply play catch. Gosh dang it.
You have to restart them?
Throw it at me one more time. You could also use, wait for me. Okay. You could also use a